if there's ever a time for, especially in a best of 5, full fearless, you do have to start thinking about champion economy as you go further in a series, right? TP from 369. Looks like after this play, they're just going to reset, go towards the bottom lane, and see if they can pick up any plates while they're waiting for TT to go for their resets. But by letting Basejuan do this objective by himself, 1xN and Feather are going to get back to this lane in time to pick it up and also continue to match TES's bot lane.
Yeah, this is a very solid start for ThunderTalk Gaming. I mean, for the 1xN Tier 2 boots, being able to match JackeyLove, no huge advantage has been netted for either team at this point, but, the solid amount of gold that has been accumulated just thanks to a lot of these macro movements. Now,
Mark, I can't believe it. I'm sure TS are probably not too unhappy with the state of affairs right now. Again, they are a team that I think we are expecting to see how they're able to do. Tab now. Okay.
Oh, I think Tab might just be gone. He tries to dash back with the distortion and to dodge out on this all-in.
Wait a minute.
Flashing over the wall. They eventually get it, and the arrow from 1xN, unfortunately, is just a little too late. First blood goes over to top Esports, not wasting a second and jumping on Tab.
Right, and the Dragon's even spawning in 50 with the desync and timers there. They can contest for that Dragon as well. I think TS need to be able to make space somewhere on the map and make a play. And so far, we haven't really seen that kind of action from them.
Yeah, and for top Esports, they were not able to find that advantage where they could create a numbers advantage in order to enter and contest for the second rotation of the Void Grubs. So for ThunderTalk, 6 grubs to them. Well in position, while, once again, not massively ahead in gold, they are still in position to execute on their game plan as they're making the siege on top side.
TS just look a little slow on the map. We're going to get that fight now.
Maybe it could be Feather just taking so much damage, and I guess they didn't know Kanavi was in the area, or at least underestimated their ability to turn that. And once again, decisiveness is what gives top Esports a way back into this game.
I still like their odds in this game. It's a very, very minor lead, all things considered, at 13 minutes here. 2,000 gold, almost 1,000 after this Dragon is spawning, so TT are looking good, and part of their success throughout Demacia Cup so far has been the fact that I think that they've played the map.
To Rift Herald's side just yet. It is just now JackeyLove is getting priority of the mid wave before Kanavi can move on over onto the top side of the map. 369 does give up control of the bottom tower, and that is first brick gold going over to ThunderTalk.
Kanavi and Chris joining in from their respective rosters. Cream gets caught here.
Good clip by Beichuan. Now Cream, can he get out alive? Yes, he does. Perfect execution into the wall so that he can flash over it. He's totally fine.
And as long as TT are able to pull them around the map, like we've seen in these last 15 minutes, TT can very easily grow themselves a gold lead, get themselves an item advantage, and then come into what I'm going to assume is maybe a 3rd and 4th Drake with some pretty sizable leads.
Simply due to top Esports being insanely decisive on a couple of picks so far. And with this Rift Herald crash into the Tier 1 in the mid lane, you might look for another crash, but it's not going to be in the mid lane. They're going to roam on down. Come on, Drift King. Let's see if you've put your time in that practice tool. Oh, good Drift. Really solid curves and turns, and Kanavi's just gonna get one more crash, but it might be a little too
trying to sneak it. So what is he? Okay, he's trying to hide the. So he's making it so that it avoids the minion wave there.
Yeah.
And in mid lane, we actually saw JackeyLove throw out his ultimate. Feather, I don't know if it was going to land, but as it maybe does, he uses his Mikhail. So there are a couple of small things there from TES that they were trying to fish right before this objective to say, look, you're not going to have Mikhails. We'll still have Leona ult as well.
While they have a small gold lead, it is still one that should not be disrespected. Everyone is on 1 item power spikes, except for 369, who has managed to secure a Spirit Visage in his inventory before anyone else has completed their 2nd item.
JackeyLove immediately does kind of open up the rest of this map. We'll see if TT can make another play. Again, they have the Ashe ultimate as well, so similar to them on this side. Oh, Tab didn't even use his distortion.
I mean, his passive pops, but Chris has been locked down and center, and Tab is now just gone from the fight.
There it is, wait a minute.
Ashe arrow right onto JackeyLove. He doesn't have cleanse anymore, but there's no proper follow-up from the rest of ThunderTalk. Here comes Cream, looks for the backline assassination, but just not enough damage as he has to take his retreat away from 1xN. Now Hoya trying to get into the front backline. JackeyLove falls to 1xN, he finds his moment, he flashes back into the safety of his team. He's kiting back with the arrows. Hoya complete completely running amok in the backline and dancing back into his own team for safety, choosing his moment, but 369 goes all out into Hoya, trying to play around with Cream. They're looking for 1xN. The bailout not enough as Hoya tries to do everything he can before he has to leap strike back to safety. 369 and Cream absolutely saving that fight for Top Esports.
There's no longer any kind of real bailout. They don't have the damage to be able to get the reset as well. So, like you were saying, the solo laners of TES, and I think the terrain just doing a lot of work and favors for them here as 1xN now.
H1 with the engage, looking for Jackie Love once again. Remember that he does not have any summoner spells, and it's an easy pickup for ThunderTalk. It's Feather that gets the kill credit, and for Top Esports, now down to Marksman. Gonna have to back off and cede control of ThunderTalk's own side of the map back over to them.
PL teams, one of the biggest changes I think for this tournament is the fact that the teams are required to have at least a majority of their LPL roster going into the next year. That was one of the reasons that I think Demacia Cup might have been exciting for different reasons, was the fact that, hey, we got like the LDL teams that got to be able to play for these guys, and getting some hype generated for the teams and what they can kind of look like. And if TT can continue the level of performance, oh my god, Tab just got solo killed by Cream. All right, so Cream, I'm gonna keep going. I think there's not much. Oh, we're investing TP. Okay, never mind. All right, let's do this.
He just flashed. Doesn't have perfect execution anymore, and Hoya is just going to close the distance with the helicopter dong, ensures that the counter-strike lands. Nowhere else for Cream to go, but so much pressure. That was pretty much all 4 members all chasing Cream down on the top side of the map, which opens up this minion wave push with Kanavi and Jackie Love to secure the tier 2 turret in the mid lane.
Oh. Those are huge cooldowns down now. We saw that they used the ultimate from Ashe. There's also no handshake, so there's a small timer here. Kanavi going for global red buff here, expecting that his team won't be able to they won't be able to take the dragon in time. Kanavi.
Sejuani ulti thrown out. Cream is now into the backline. Kanavi now has arrived to the party. Cream is popping the stasis to buy some time with that Zonya's Hourglass. Here comes Hoya, tries to stall as long as he can, flashes away, but he gets assassinated, and here comes the rest of Top Esports. They find the flip. Good night, 1xN. Bishwan could be next as he flashes to safety. Feather trying to make the escape, but Kanavi is giving him the double knuckle down. Kanavi wants to make a statement. He is one of the best junglers in the LPL, and he is not letting go of that crown.
Look, they have a lot of momentum. We saw yesterday that Weibo were able to take the first game, and then they made their sweep on the back end of that series. TT, I think, are going to have to go back to the drawing board and look for more success there. Also gets the flip back in after using it on his the smoke bomb. So great job from TES. They're playing this really, really well. I think the only avenue we can see from TT is if Tab can get another item, maybe get to level 16, getting the additional point in that ultimate can be really huge. But Cream with, dude, I mean, he has Ocean Soul. Every time he takes damage, he just heals. He can one-shot the back line. I think there's very little wrong. Now with Kanavi next to him with his Baron buff, it's only going to get tougher and tougher here for TT. So whatever items they have in their inventory, whatever kind of experience they have now, this has to be their last stand if they want to be able to stay in this game and even fight for a game 1 contest.
And if they don't do anything, then Top Esports are just going to continue taking structures one by one. And if there was any window to take it, at least before those inhibitors fell, it's already gone. Now Top Esports shifting their attention to the bottom side of the map. This tier 2 turret will fall. I don't think Cream is going to overstay his welcome, though. Just give the Baron buff minions a
show replay, but when it's to show how little damage Ashe does to a Cassandra champ, I'm okay with that. Here we go.
Look at all the CC out. There was a beautiful solar flare into the knockup from 369 as Kanavi sends it into the backline. Q flash right into Tab through 1xN's phase. I mean, how cracked is this guy, man? ThunderTalk are not going to withstand the siege and the pressure. Top Esports don't drop a single man as they send the siege into the Nexus and will take game 1 against ThunderTalk.
It was a slow first 15 minutes here for TES, but it seems like the sleeping giants have awoken so far here. It's only game 1, so a lot of series still left to play in a best of 5, but a very dominant one after they were able to get that vehicle rolling for themselves.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.